What's going on, guys? Drewzy here, back again with another video talking about the current event going on this weekend. So let's hop into the event and look at it real quick. I did mention this in another video that I made earlier this week about the Season 21 celebration, but I got a couple decks I want to play around with here in PvP, and pretty much a lot of this video is going to be me kind of trying to get a little bit better at PvP. I know that some people have said that I need to be more defensive in my gameplay, be smarter about my card placement, and not just throw cards around. I know that especially my last stream, don't think I did the greatest job in the world as far as playing in those matches. So we're going to try to mess around with a couple of decks and see if we can get some wins, because you see I've got 2 wins away from unlocking another PvP pack. So here's going to be the first deck we're going to kind of play around with. It's a sci-fi fantasy deck that I did play around with a little bit in my last stream and was able to work fairly well for me. Unfortunately, there are 2 stands, so maybe I should edit that here to start, and actually I think I'm going to do that. Now it's just a matter of who would be good to replace for said stand. That would be useful at the same time. I'm thinking maybe Dwarf King Clyde. I like that. Okay, so we're going to try this deck, see if this deck works. I also have another deck, may or may not use it in this episode, or may use it in a future episode as well during this event. That is a fantasy adventure deck, because my adventure cards are a little bit better leveled, I think, and I think this deck should work out pretty well for me. But we're going to go and do the sci-fi fantasy first, because sci-fi is my favorite theme, guys, and I really want to improve my play with it to be able to use it more readily. I know that Mystical is a really, really good counter for sci-fi right now with Purify and things like that. So, you know, it could be interesting just to kind of see how this match goes. Alright, guys, so first match here against Super Gringy. I think that's what he was going for. Same level. Let's just kind of see what we can do here. Get that poison damage out here with Craig. That should work. Go for us. Oh, nicely done. Countering it with, I get Stan the Great out here. And some Terrence Mephisto to kind of deal with this push a little bit. I'll get my Kenny up here up top to kind of swarm down here. Nice rogue token counter, but Kenny should be able to get there. And that'll be the end. Oh, almost. So we got Butters and Clyde here pushing forward. So that it looks like that's going to be countered there by Storyteller Jimmy. But Clyde able to take about half health down. So that was very nice. I will put my Stan the Great out here. Get my rogue token in here. Lower that damage output. Let's see how well Butters can do here. I think he should just concede this. He's going to go ahead and Arrow Storm, and that's going to get token there for the bar. So that's 1 bar down so far in this match. And just kind of wait this out, let the energy build back up, and see what we can do here with a counter push. As I've got 2 4 level cards, 2 3s, and a 2. And I really would like to get Mecha Timmy out here. So I don't think he should have any other spells outside of the ones he's got Lightning. So I'm going to Rats there to counter Princess Kenny. That should be a solid Princess Kenny counter. Then I'm going to use Clyde here against Storyteller Jimmy, which should take him out. And now I've got a pretty solid counter push here with the 3 cards, able to get there. Terrence Mephisto should do well to counter these rats. And all in all, I think this should be a pretty nice win for us here, guys. And we'll get Astronaut Butters out here with the poison. Should be able to deal with Stan. And then we got Clyde. We got Mecha Timmy. And the poison there should all but finish that out. So there's a nice little win. Poison wasn't necessary there at the end, guys, but a nice win there with our first match and getting closer to the PvP pack. So I feel like that deck works fairly well. I know a lot of you guys have been asking Drew, some tips on some decks in the mid-30s right now, because that's where a decent amount of you kind of are. And so I'm in the 40s right now, and I've seen a lot of people kind of de-ranking a lot from the Legendary Arena because after the Legendary reset just a few days ago. So that's been kind of frustrating for a lot of mid-40s people with not high enough cards. I've got a decent amount of 4s, decent amount of level 3 cards, but I don't have a lot of the, I don't have any 5s yet. So I'm kind of working towards that. But we're going to kind of stick with this deck a little bit and see if we can get yet another win. So on to match number 2 against Nocio? I don't even know. Not the best starting hand. We'll start with some Stan the Great in the back. Okay, so they have Mystical, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Don't really know if Powerbind was the greatest plan there, but who am I to judge? Nathan should easily take out up here. Let's get a poison out. And able to get the Purify out there, so that's okay. We've still got some pretty solid counters here, guys. So we are going to wait here for this push to kind of get a little closer. And kind of try to take as much of this push out as we can. Butter should be able to counter Nathan here. Get him off the field. And now it's just down to Zen Cartman. So we were able to kind of stop this push pretty effectively. He's got a level 5 Jimmy. That is not the best for us. Able to make him waste his Purify. So his Purify is off the field. He does have regeneration, which is unfortunate for us, but he doesn't have Purify, so that means I can poison here if I need to. He does Power Bind us. I unfortunately don't have my rats ready to rat his rats, but his Zen Cartman at level 4 really able to stay alive very well here. And he could be able to have his stuff back here now. I think I'm going to use Timmy. This might turn out to be a bad decision for me if he does have a counter for it. He is going to use that as his counter. He does regen here. He's got multiple level 5 adventure cards. And that is going to be a bar for me. So it looks like I am going to lose this match here, unfortunately. But it's going to happen in these kind of matches, guys. Not going to win all of them. And wow. Interesting play, but worked out for a win for my opponent here. So, here's what it is. Not going to win them all. And as you can see, I think that was kind of a situation where you saw a legendary player that was D-ranked. I mean, that's multiple level 5s, multiple level 4s, a lot of high-level cards. So, unfortunate, a little frustrating, but, it is what it is. I'm not here to be upset in this video. I'm just here to have fun and try to showcase and try to improve on my PvP play. We're going to go ahead and try out our second deck real quick here that I showcased to kind of see how that works out for us. So here we go against Dickius, I think, and this is the Adventure Fantasy deck that I showed a few seconds ago that we were going to try out here and see how we do. And unfortunately, my cards were not moving there for a second, but we have it a little more under control here. And it looks like we're going to stop this push relatively easily here and have a good little push here going our way, and that should be an easy bar. That's not really a good trade. I'm not going to make that trade there. Oh, this definitely would have been a fireball moment. Unfortunately, don't have my fireball at my disposal. And there is a Zen Cartman, unable to take out Alien Clyde there, but feel like this is probably not the greatest trade, but it's too late. We already had and went with it. And I don't have to worry about Zen Cartman right now, so I'm not going to worry about doing anything with him because he can't attack me. So I'm just going to kind of stop Dougie here and then start working on Cartman. And I had Kenny be taken out by rats, which is the best counter for that. I'm going to get some Mephisto out here. And I got Heidi and Clyde here going in on Dog Poo with Mephisto in the sky, doing his damage, doing his work. And that should be a second bar here, guys. It should be a nice little win for us. As unfortunately I did not kill Bebe. But Clyde gets our second bar, so that's going to be a nice little win with this deck. And able to get that PvP pack that we were looking for with the Adventure Mystical deck. So, you know, some nice 2-bar wins there for in this video. Did get a loss, but, you know, seeing if these decks were kind of working out for me, see how well they do. I mean, obviously we played against much different opponents in this last match than the match before. So, be interesting going forward to see kind of how, if that continues, that pattern playing out that way. Hopefully get the shades, and we do get the shades, guys. But if you guys have any deck ideas for me to try out in PvP, if you guys have made it into the Legendary Arena in the last season before the update, and or have some good decks that are working out for you in the mid-40s, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. I know I'm going to post 2 videos here today, this one, and I will probably post a video before this one of my reaction to the OAMP announcement that he made. I will post a link to the OAMP video in that video, and but you know, gonna be definitely posting still a lot more South Park stuff. This video will probably come out after the podcast. I will post a link to the podcast that I was a part of here this weekend as well in this video and in the OMP video as well, in case you guys were unable to check that out live, because I know you guys are going to want to check that podcast out, because I was involved in it this time and it was a lot of fun. It was really, really awesome, and thank you to everyone that was able to watch it. But yeah, looking forward to doing it with those guys. So we got 109 shades so far. Working our way up. Got some Nathans, some Pigeon Gain, and some Labard Jimmies. So not the greatest pack. And we do have 2 event packs. I'm going to open these 2 event packs real quick and wrap up the video. But I'm going to keep grinding through this event, guys. Good luck to everybody in the event. Hope you guys get what you're looking for. Get plenty of packs. Get plenty of shades and whatnot. And get some Marcuses and maybe some PC Principals. PC Principal did get a slight buff before this event started. His energy cost was lowered by 1, and his attack speed was raised as well. Got some tickets. There's some feathers, Fireball, some Mimsies, and a Captain Wendy. And I believe this one is still a pack. This next one to claim, but then after that, should be an outfit, I believe. There are, I think, 3 or 4 outfits that you can get in this event, but there are quite a few rewards there, but it looks like it's been fairly easy to get the shades, a little bit easier than in the past with the locker situation and things like that. So a good amount of tickets there, some cash, some knowledge beads, chips, hands, Sheriff Cartman, some poison, some mind control, and gun slinger Kyle. So okay, not the greatest reward so far, but hopefully we'll get a couple Marcuses, because I believe I'm 1 Marcus away from being able to level him up yet again. But thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for the continued support on the channel, and I will be maybe do a stream for this event. I do not know. I've not decided yet, but we'll definitely have some more content, if not this week, definitely next week with another best of. It's going to be a best of Timmy next. But thank you guys again for the support, and until next time, guys, my name is Drewzy.